This is the 2025 BMW X2 M35i. There is some improved technology, some exterior features that are really cool, but this compact, sporty SUV is a blast to drive. We're going to go through the vehicle on the outside and the inside, take it for a test drive. At the end, we'll give you some pros and cons. We'll talk about the competitors, so stay right with us. The X2 comes in two different trim levels, the xDrive 28i and the M35i xDrive, which we are driving. xDrive means all-wheel drive. It's the same platform as the boxier X1. LED headlights and LED taillights come standard with all X2s. The front end of this car is very muscular, and these are functional air dams, so they really do help bring that air around, making this vehicle handle even better. Standard is 20-inch alloy wheels. Our test vehicle has the 21-inch wheels that run on all-season Continentals, and these are 245/35 R21s. You will notice those big M brakes. They're bright red, and you need Whoa power along with the Go power. Adaptive M suspension and bigger M disc brakes come along with the M35i. That just makes it all really fun to drive. Although this is an SUV, it has a very coupe-style sporty look as it slopes back. That will limit some of the headspace, and we'll talk about that when we get inside and sit in the second row. There is a 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty on this vehicle, as well as the powertrain, and a 3-year, 36,000-mile maintenance package included, which will help save you a few dollars. You'll also note the black window trim and the privacy glass in the second row. Coming around to the back of our X2 test drive, we got this really cool black wing, and the camera is integrated right into there, and there's a squirter to keep it clean. LED taillights, X2 logo here in a matte silver, as well as the M35i. I like the bulbous features that are added to the back, as well as the rear valance. Really nice and clean, and of course, that BMW logo, which also opens the trunk. Under the hood is a 2-liter M twin-power turbo inline 4-cylinder engine with 312 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. There's a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission that gets fuel economy of 26 miles to the gallon combined. 0 to 60 time, 5.2 seconds. Top speed, 155 miles an hour. It has drive modes of sport, efficient, and personal. Backup camera. There's an assist view, a panoramic view. There's more, you got a 3D view. So all of this can be done, very cool. Okay, there are 3 different drive modes, your personal, your sport, and your efficient. And because I like performance cars and this is an M car, it's important that we drive in all the modes. We'll start off with the sport mode there. It's the more dynamic version, as they say. The first thing that I experienced when I got in this car was something that I actually don't like, which is that start-stop technology. We really don't have a choice because it is a hybrid and it's all about fuel efficiency. But putting it in sport mode, use the paddle shifters. This thing handles really nicely for a compact crossover. That I do like. I love everything that's BMW M. It makes a fun, spirited drive. When you need the performance, you have it. When you want a spirited drive, you do. And you can still use it as your daily driver family car. All those are good, positive things. When you buy a BMW that's anything that's M, it's going to have red and blue stitching throughout the vehicle. Also red and blue here on the dash, engraved into the aluminum. Really nicely done. A head-up display, really nice, large head-up display. Love the exhaust sound. Even if it's manufactured, it sounds good. You feel like you're integrated to the vehicle versus a totally silent car. But we are in the sport mode, so we are going to expect to have a more dynamic sound coming out the exhaust pipe. Now, I do love a lot of things about this. First thing you're going to notice, the Alcantara that's here on the dash, that is, by the way, manufactured. It's not real leather. It feels like suede leather. Nice, soft materials everywhere across the vehicle, which I do like. Big screens. iDrive 9, which is the new interface here for the BMW cars. They've now upgraded it. There's no longer a dial here on this particular car. A lot of changes for the X2. Let's do a U-turn, see how tight this corner is. I do this with every car, so I kind of have a comparison. It's not that tight. So we wouldn't have made this complete circle. Back up here. In this particular car, there's only a few vehicles that have actually made it, and I pull up to the same spot. Back down our curvy roads. Vehicles really engaging. Good brakes, nice big firm beefy steering wheel, handles as expected when you're buying anything that has the letter M on the back. That's BMW. That is really what I love about this car, is that you're getting the excitement of the M power, but also the practicality of having a compact crossover that kind of does everything you need. Now, back to the center screen, it is all one curved screen, which makes it really easier for the driver. It's very driver focused. Pretty much all BMWs are anyhow. Let's switch modes here. Go back to the My Modes, which is now on the center console. Start stop technology, and there is a lever now for the shifter. That's also new. Volume is here. Very simple, very basic. Behind that is a very small glove box, really small. Below that glove box, for the center area here, is another console below that, and 2 USB-C charge ports, wireless charging here. I'm not the biggest fan of this. My phone slides around. It needs to stay steady. There is a bar to push it back. Shouldn't have to be that way. Just put some sides on it or something. Maybe you're so afraid of the changing size of phones. Maybe that is a huge factor. Many BMWs are now being built in South Carolina, by the way, so don't think they're all made in Germany. There's a lot of German components, which is a good thing. But we're seeing a lot of changes for BMW. Huge factory. We did a factory tour. You can check that out on our channel. Now, I'm currently in the sport mode. When you change to the efficient mode, the gauges also change. It now is about fuel efficiency, and the gauges in front of you change just like they do in the personal mode. And a lot of this is designed so that consumers can feel the difference, not just, you can hear how quiet it is in here. It's really wild. Consumers want different modes for different reasons. Picking up your mother and going to lunch, you probably don't want that sporty sound. I do. My mother would, but I'm not normal. But as far as the vehicle itself, really, I'm very pleased with the overall experience in this car. I like everything they've done and the big changes in this car. Paddle shifters if you want them. All the controls are very simple to use. Left side is your cruise control, which engages all the safety features that you would want. On the right side, you've got all of your audio and phone controls. One thing they don't have in this car, and I'm very pleased, is no gesture control, so I talk with my hands. So there's nothing worse than this, thinking that you want to do something that you don't want to do. All your seatings for your seats, as far as like memory, are on the left. You get heated and vented seats, really nice. Heated steering wheel. Of course, you're buying a car at this price point. You should expect to see that. Plenty of storage in this vehicle, as far as in the doors, the glove box. Overall, there's a lot of storage in this vehicle compared to its predecessor. Home screen is going to give you a combination of the navigation and whatever else you want. You can customize that. Again, go into the additional settings, and everything is here. BMW ID, Apple CarPlay, BMW Assist, wireless connections. Climate control is right here. I know a lot of people don't like it integrated, but they're all starting to do that, and so you can pick how you want the settings. And of course, there's like a little snack bar up here. It tells you all the more popular settings and what you're using. You can also change the display as well as head-up display. All of that is really easy to access. You don't have to go through 10 menus to get to the one thing you want. I think that is a major improvement. You can also scroll up and also to the next page. So there's quite a bit of stuff here. And you can get the My Modes. You can set that up. You get your seating comfort right here. All of that. It's got your different positions. A lot of this is nice because everyone wants it set differently. When I get out of the car, I want the seat to pull back. No, I don't want the seat to. I hate when the seat pulls back, but some people love it so they can get out. The one thing it is missing is a flat bottom steering wheel, which I kind of wish was there. When you're talking about an M car, it means performance. There is an M logo there. It is red and blue stitched like all the rest of the M cars, but there is no flat bottom steering wheel. Is that a deal breaker? No. Unless you have trouble getting in and out of the car, okay, that might make a difference. You get your weather, your vehicle status, all that is here. You've got all of your infotainment bar up here. You can get to that quite simply, as well as your vehicle information and what you might need is all right here, including your owner's manual and parking. Again, they've thought about everything that you need, and if you scroll to the next one, it goes across the top. So very easy to use, very intuitive, and a huge improvement for the iDrive 9. I remember when it first came out, no one was really thrilled with it. But I'm liking the changes for all of the interior. Really easy to use everything. Nothing when you got in the car made you feel uncomfortable, but you knew when you got in it, you were definitely driving an M car. As far as audio system, it's Harman Kardon, which is a spectacular audio system. Metal screens over the speakers, just overall nicely put together. Fantastic build quality, but you shouldn't expect anything less when you're buying a BMW. You know you're going to get top quality, and that it does offer. Let's take a look at the second row. We'll go to the back. We'll show you about cargo space. We'll talk about price and competitors, so stay with us till the end. Coming into the second row behind these very cool sport seats, you're going to notice that you have some pretty good legroom considering the size of this vehicle and the competitors, of which many of them have much less legroom. There are two netted areas for storage here, vents behind the center, and two USB-C charge ports. A little bit of storage down below. Alcantara throughout the center sections of the seats. Two child safety latches on the outside. In the center there is seating, and then fold down the center console, and you've got two cup holders that are built in, as well as storage in the door. In the doors you've got Harman Kardon audio, more Alcantara, blue stitching, a pull and a light. Pretty basic back here. But this vehicle will seat 5, 3 in back, 2 in front. And one last note, I talked about the sloping roof line. Well, you'll notice that there is an indentation up for taller passengers, so make sure you sit in the back seat if you're going to be sitting back there on a regular basis. Coming around to the back, there is 25 cubic feet of storage, which is quite a bit. The seats fold down 40, 20, 40, so you have lots of combinations. Then you're going to have 51 cubic feet of storage, which is quite a bit. Underneath this cargo cover is no spare tire, but there is some places to hide some things, which is really important, as well as a tire inflation product. Now let's get to the price, the pros and cons, and the competitor list. On the positive side, love these perky engines, super fun to drive. You'll be smiling every day as you drive this vehicle. On the negative side, you have to buy up for safety, and it gets really expensive. You start adding all these line items up, and that's pretty standard with all the German brands, which is a lot of the main competitors. Now let's talk about the price. The xDrive 28i starts at $42,995. Our M235i starts at $52,395, but it has a lot of options. It's important to note that this test vehicle has the M Sport package at $2,500. The convenience package is $1,850. Technology of $3,200. Premium package of $4,000. $1,700, like I said, for that driver assistance package that adds up. That's a safety feature. So our test car came in at $59,295. But what is also additional is this Vegas red paint of $650 and the red leather seats of $600. These vehicles can add up very quickly, so it's important that you try to find a package or see what's on the dealer lots. Now let's talk about the competitors. Of course, most of them are German. The Mercedes-Benz GLA and the GLB are direct competitors. The Audi Q3, the Land Rover Range Rover Evoque, the Lexus UX, the Volvo XC40, the Mini Cooper Countryman, JCW, Lincoln Corsair, and there are lots of others. It's a very competitive segment to find a fun-to-drive vehicle. It's important that you check with your insurance agent, find out what the rates are, and then figure out the price of the car, because that could change your mind on what vehicle you end up with. Now, I'm sure you have some additional questions about the 2024 BMW X2 M35i. Put them down in the comments below. Let's start that conversation. If you got value from this video, please like, subscribe, share this with your friends. It helps our channel, or you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link for that is down below, as well as other ways to reach us, including social media. Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate your support. I'm Lauren Fix. Thanks so much for watching.